Then Benjamin Rivera, what are your she, her? All right, Benjamin, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hi, Craig Hoyt. Thank you so much for tuning in. Really do appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule. You know, yeah. So tomorrow I'm gonna be trying to get my channel, get some little bit more insight on how to get this YouTube thing going. All right, but as I say, if you're in the US here, or you can always go ahead and call me. If you have a story, if you're a nurse and you want to share a story, or if you have like, say for example, you were growing up and you turn out to be, a doctor, an engineer. Your background, you thought at the time was, you were poor, and you want to share something about your story just to kind of encourage other persons. I want you to go ahead and call me or text me, you know, so we can arrange for a time to go ahead and have a discussion, a sit down, just to kind of hear your story, what kept you going, why were you motivated and all. So yeah. All right. Marvin Lee said, teeth them pretty though. Thank you so much. That's the one thing, is because I know I love to smile. I definitely try to make sure they're, them look good, because me really likes the rotten teeth them. You know them way there? Yeah, man. So I definitely have to try to keep them intact. And from there, so that way when I come on places like these, I know persons, the social media is the place. So I want to make sure that my teeth are okay to go on the camera, and nothing falling out and nothing look too dark. You know them way there. So thank you so much though. Yeah, so that's it. But there are other what about you? Have you ever tried looking into, well, the port and transport is almost the same. But there are other areas in the hospital that do need, persons, and I don't think you need much certifications or anything, to do anything like that. And then if you're in, say for example, you're interested in like upgrading, doing like a CNA course or something like that, a lot of hospitals tend to have, programs where they do go ahead and sponsor. So Marvin Lee, if that is something, you're interested in, then as I say, a lot of hospitals do provide those. You might end up getting like bonded for probably like a year or so. But you might find out that it's worth it, because you're going to be getting paid while you're doing the program or the certification course, and at the same time you are getting a certificate and you have a job. So that is something you can look into if you don't get anything as a porter, yeah. But it's nice to get a job with one of those hospitals, because, in order to get pretty teeth as well, they give good dental insurance and all, and health insurance. And that's a big thing. That's a big thing in America here, health insurance. Of course, Marvin Lee, definitely, definitely, definitely. Go ahead and do so. But yeah, when you work with those hospitals, those facilities, especially if you're an immigrant, I would tell anybody, go ahead and, get one of those jobs with hospital that has benefits, and if you're looking to upgrade yourself, there is always a lot of places, they do have programs in place that you can advance your career or start your career if you're here and you're not, you're not doing anything really. So that is one way you can actually advance yourself. They have programs for RN, they have programs for CNA, and if you decide that you want to go as far as getting your master's, that is something else that they will assist you with. But once you start out with them, there is going to be some form of bonding. So yeah. But the benefits, you definitely want it. I would encourage anybody to get the benefits, because health insurance here in America is something else. It is something else. I was talking with someone this morning regarding the cost associated with getting things like, like, if apart from your medical, when you do your medical, that's fine. If you do your annual exam, that's fine. But when it comes on to everything else, you have to have money in your pocket. You have to have a lot of money in your pocket, because even though I'm a nurse and you'd think that I know about health insurance and all them stuff, you're still confused. I'm still confused about the, why we have health insurance, because At the end of the day, when I go to the hospital, if I check into the emergency room, and even though the hospital says that I have insurance, I get insurance with them, you know, I realize that the hospital I have to still go ahead and pay, my copay, which nothing is fine with that. But then you have this thing called deductible, and if you don't meet a deductible per year, or if you don't meet your deductible at the time when you are, in the hospital, it's like, you know, if you don't meet a deductible at the time when you check into the hospital, it's like you're wondering why, in the sense, you have the insurance, because the insurance is not going to really cover anything. It's not going to cover anything. And then the other thing you have to understand is that when hospitals do give you health insurance, they give you health insurance, and when you check into the hospital, yes, it will cover a little bit, but then you have to remember that the doctors who are seeing you, they're not even covered with the health insurance. They're not even in network. So basically, you're getting a health insurance package from a hospital, and sometimes you're wondering if it really makes any sense, because the doctor who's seeing you is out of network. Then you're supposed to go and get your labs done. It's another, money. Then you're supposed to go and get a CT scan done. The radiology department is going to send you a bill. Radiologist is going to send you a bill. And then you look, it's like you're spending thousands of dollars for healthcare just for one little minor emergency that you show up to the emergency room. And God bless the amount that the health insurance is going to pay for. But at the end of the day, the bigger picture is the health insurance is going to be beneficial if, the Lord forbid, and a couple weeks later, you met in an accident and you're admitted for a long time, you will be able to benefit from the health insurance. But for persons who are not really, say, using their health insurance, or not sick, and you're just going to do your regular annual exam, you say you go and you do your pap smear every year, you go and do your dental, your vision. Yes, you might not, you'll pay zero to nothing, or less than $100 probably per visit, or $0 because it's your annual, but if you're the kind that is always sick and everything, then you're gonna have to spend a lot of money in order for you to reach your deductibles. So yeah. Marvin Lee says, thanks, share the knowledge and experience you give each time on here is awesome, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Marvin, for saying that. Thank you so much. But most importantly, I definitely wanted to go ahead and share it with your friends. All right, share the channel with your friends so you can get more persons hearing and getting more information as well. Cassie's Kitchen says, Cassie's Kitchen Creation says, good evening. Hi, thank you so much, Cassie, for tuning in. How are you doing? Yeah, so when it comes on to that, it's nice to have the health insurance and all, but it's a lot of money sometimes you have to be spending out of your pocket. Like the other day, I went and did a test, and I had my health insurance, and then my health insurance, with the cost to do the test with the health insurance was going to be, I think it was like, say, $600 and something. And then out of pocket without the health insurance is like $500 and something. So it's like $100 difference, in terms of using the insurance or not. And to me, that's just a little bit excessive. It's just a little bit excessive. You can imagine patients who have, like, renal failure on dialysis, and they're supposed to be getting medications to help with, their blood pressure, or they're supposed to be getting dialysis, and they can't even afford $15, $15 for their medication because insurance is not covering $15. It's kind of confusing. It's very confusing, the health insurance here, but I still encourage persons, make sure you have good health insurance, because you don't know what will happen, later on. All right, Cassie's Kitchen says, you have to get pre-approval for just about everything. Then you have to pay $200 and up before the procedure is done. Exactly. Because if you don't meet your deductible, then it's like you cannot get anything done. And that's just sad, because, as I say, you have a lot of persons out there who need to get their procedures done, and they have insurance and they still can't get anything. A lot of patients of mine, they have insurance, and these persons are living on, like, say, $500 disability, and their blood pressure medication is probably like $150. Insurance is not covering it. And so you have for $500, you're going to choose between whether or not you're going to pay your rent, or um you're gonna choose whether or not you're gonna be paying your rent. You're gonna be paying your rent or purchasing medication, that way. And so you find out that persons are not gonna even buy the medication because it's so expensive. All right. All right. But the healthcare here is something that we definitely have to think about, especially when we're moving from, from Jamaica or from anywhere else. Definitely read up on the health insurance, because there's so many things you definitely have to even, understand with the health insurance. You definitely have to understand a lot of things when it comes on to health insurance. But still go ahead and get your health insurance, even if you don't know anything about it. Just make sure you get something that is good. And another thing that I would encourage persons who are transitioning, short-term disability, long-term disability, make sure you get those. And your dental and vision, yeah, you're fine with those. Because those are not that bad in terms of price, those are not bad as in terms of price. But you definitely want to get those when you get here. Monique Hay says, hi, good night. How are you doing, Monique? Thank you so much for tuning in. That's why I took a big pay cut as a nurse and work a state job, because of the health insurance. Yeah, the health insurance, when you look at it, you have to kind of decide whether or not you want health insurance, good health insurance, or, you just want to continue working for the amount of money that and especially if you have a lot of underlying problems, that as well should be one of the factors you think about when, you are thinking about, your job. Think about whether or not it's going to be beneficial for you to be getting this amount of money, or whether or not the insurance company, not the insurance company, but the company is going to be giving you a good insurance package, So look at that, because at the end of the day, it doesn't make sense you getting a lot of money and then the insurance package that they're offering is not anything, substantial, or it's going to make any sense for your health. So if you have certain underlying problems, just make sure you take one that is going to help with that. And another thing is, I always encourage persons to take out, along with your medical, take out all the other things that they offer. So they have like critical, they have a critical care insurance or critical plan that includes like cancer and some accidental injuries. Go ahead and do that, because you don't know what can happen. But then again, you see those plans that they have, it is like so confusing, because sometimes it only make mention that if you cut off your big finger, that's the only time you get covered, that kind of way. So just make sure you read on them and get them. I think it's called critical illness plan. Yeah, the critical illness plan. Make sure you get that, because that is very, very important as well. And there is also one, it's an indemnity insurance. Hospital indemnity insurance. And as I said, the prices on these are very, small. So you probably end up spending like, say, $8, $10, $15. And it's a lot of money that you'll get. So in the event that, so for example, you're admitted at the hospital, you definitely have something to help with paying the out-of-pocket expense. So for example, the insurance is going to cover 80% or 70%. Then the other 30% you're supposed to be covering with the fact that you have the hospital indemnity plan. That will go ahead and cover the remainder if you have enough money in that, depending on the plan that you take. So I would encourage anybody to do that. Royal Look